Hey, pretty people, we're back.
Yes.
It's your girl, Leona.
It's your girl, Angelica.
And we're taking the playground to the podcast space. We're here at Lobby Studios in BK with our boy, Everett. Shout out.
Shout out, Ev. Shout out, Everett.
And I know what you're thinking.
What they thinking?
Not another podcast.
I know, because that's what I would be thinking.
Girl. But just hear us out. We'll tell you why. Take it away, Ange.
That's right. Well, first of all, it's not another podcast. It's a show. It's a vibe, and it's the playground.
Period.
So, that's right. So that's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. So, what is our playground? What is it? Why bring Bunton back? What are we about?
Well, I know you guys know us for our fabulous rooftop party that we do in the summer. One could call it the #1 rooftop party in all of New York City.
Period.
But we're so much more than that, I think.
We are.
Yeah, I know. I know you guys know we are too. So with that being said, we decided that, we want to take this playground on the road and really dive into some other things with it. So for us, the playground is anything that adults do to be at play, right? So those experiences that BBB, I can't. The playground is the ultimate place at destination for adults to embrace play in a meaningful way, right? So with that being said, we're here to explore joy, connection, and just overall experiences together.
Absolutely. So with that being said, welcome to our playground.
Welcome everybody.
I hope you guys join us as we dive into conversations about love, about life.
Right, health and wellness, travel, our favorite thing.
Our favorite thing. Restaurants.
That's right.
We dive into self-expression and growth.
That's right.
We dive into exploring culture, culture.
Yep. Just, even some of the things that we go through as women, menopause.
The N-word.
And I think overall, we just really want to discuss just growing old gracefully and playfully and, all having a good time.
And that's pretty much, what our show is going to be about.
That's right.
So without any further ado, we're going to, our first show, we're going to be introducing ourselves to you guys again and those who haven't met us. And we'll be talking about how Bring Brooklyn Back was birthed, our journey for the last 7 years. We've been here 7 years, people, not 7 whole years. And we hope that you enjoy.
That's right.
So it's your girl, Leona Wilson. She's Bajan. Came here at 23 years old. I'm a hairstylist, a salon owner. I have my own salon in Midtown Manhattan for the last 11 years. Also a Pilates instructor, and I love, and I am a co-founder of Bring BK Back with my best friend for the last 7 years.
That's right. And I'm Angelica. I'm originally from Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn. But I'm Panamanian. My parents are from Panama. You know how I feel about them. I grew up here, I've worked in fashion. I've worked in the beauty business. I am now a New Jersey realtor, and I am also the co-founder with my bestie of Bring Brooklyn Back.
That's right. And, we always get asked the question, why Bring Brooklyn Back? How did you guys get started? Long story, not long story, but not short.
Not that, right. But not short.
Not short. It was my birthday. I think it was my 42nd birthday, I think. And I had brunch with like 5 of our girlfriends, and we were in Williamsburg.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my God, we want to go afterwards. It was such a cool day. We were all dressed. We looked fabulous.
It was.
And I think we were single. Everybody was single, I think, at that time. Yep. Were you single? Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah. And we were like, we want to go and have a good time. And we circled all over Brooklyn.
We did. So we were out. The brunch was amazing. And it was playing fantastic music, but it was, they had us on a time, like, I guess they're so popular. I can't remember the name of it now, but they were so busy that it was like, you have a 2-hour window and then you have to go.
Right.
So it pretty much jump started us for the day, but then, we couldn't stay, so we decided to go look for someplace else to go, and we couldn't find anything.
We went to Casablanca. It was dead.
Yep.
We went to a couple other places. I think the one even on Bedford Hall, nothing was happening.
Everywhere we popped in Brooklyn, which should never be the
crazy.
case, was like dead. It was Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
But I was like, dang, there's nothing for us to do. There's no place to go. That's just wild.
Yeah.
So with that,
one of your
by the
boys
by the fourth location, one of my boys finally hit me and was like, "Oh, there's a party going on at Woodlands."
Oh, I was like, and we've heard about Woodland, but we were like, what? At this point, whatever, we're going.
Right, because we just want to be out.
We just want to be out.
So we shoot over to Woodlands, and the music was popping. It was really, really good. Mm-hmm. It was actually good. It was just that it was young.
It was young. We felt like, we were dancing with our kids. I mean, I don't have kids, but if I had kids,
they would be them.
That would be,
It was very, 20s and 30s.
Yes.
And listen, we were grown,
and we looked
40-year-old,
nobody
fabulous
thought we were
women.
old, but still, we didn't want it. That's not who we want to party with.
No.
So then Angelica was like, we should do our own shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know much about the whole scene, party,
I know
daytime.
about the scene,
and she knew about it. And she was like, we should do our own party. And I was like, okay, where?
Right. And then we went back to Casablanca because it was just such a beautiful space. Yeah. It was the right size. It wasn't intimidating. Yeah. And I felt like it just kind of gave and read what we would want it to do. It had like a rustic vibe
to it.
It was dope.
On a corner.
Yes. It was really cute. So with that, I was like, you know what? We need to try and reach out to the owner and try to see if we can get our own thing popping.
Yeah, we reached out to him, and he was like, I don't know. Everybody said they can fill a space, but we don't know.
He was like, but if you bring 50, 60 people, that'd be good. We was like, okay, no problem. I was like, well, just be ready. Have that bar ready because our friends are drinkers.
And we call everyone.
We worked that Rolodex out.
I call every client.
I text everybody that I wanted to have in the house because, we definitely still wanted to be selective.
Yeah.
So we wanted to extend it to all of the people that we felt was like-minded like us that would want to be at a party. Oh, let's go back to how we even decided that it should be a day party.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's because we were like, okay, well, when are we going to do it? And then we were like, definitely not at night.
Right, definitely. We were like, it has to be a day.
Right. It has to end at 10.
All those things. And then once we he said, you can do it here. Let's see. We had to think of a name.
Right.
We were going through all these names, and I was like, I wanted to something, because we wanted something with Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I want it to be BBB, something with all the B's. And I was like, bougie, boozy, Brooklyn. And I was like,
I'm over bougie.
Yeah.
Because it was the time when Amigos was out and they had Bad and Bougie. Yeah, and I was just like,
it's kind of played out.
Whatever, we're grown. So I was like, I don't know. And then everything for me felt like I want it to feel like old Brooklyn used to feel. Right. So I was just like, how about bring back Brooklyn?
The same thing that we always telling you guys, that's not our name, but the original name.
But that's what it felt like. I was like, I want to bring it back.
Right. And I was like, I love that, but I think it should be bring BK back.
Yeah.
And then we were like,
that sounds good. I was like, that sounds really good.
So don't ever call us bring back, even though.
I mean, it's still BBB.
It's still BBB.
It's fine. It's fine. But it was just like, it needed to be an homage. And of course, we don't want to be young back then in Brooklyn, but it was just like we wanted the feeling and the essence of what old school Brooklyn used to feel like when you used to go out and you could pop out on any given night and run into spots and see, bump into people you knew and be like, oh shit, this is a cute little vibe. Like even I mean, it's just, there was so many cute things that we used to do back then. And the deities, and then it was like, even Frank's.
Right. I know. Oh my God. I stood up for nothing though, because nothing was going on. I could still go into Frank's.
I used to live around the corner. So every now and then you just pop in, but it was just like, you just wanted to feel like there was a spot that you could just pop in from time to time or look forward to.
Everybody knows their name.
Exactly. And that was just lacking. So with that, we made calls, and our first party was a success.
And it was 2017. So we've been here 2017. Yeah. So we started at Casablanca.
Yep.
and and every year we like to have a residence.
Right.
We're not all over the place.
So I think we thought, like, we started Casablanca. We didn't know we would even do it another summer.
Yeah, we just did it.
And then, by the next year, people were like, oh, you guys doing a party again? So then we were like,
Right.
So then we had, we just ended up deciding that we would move spaces.
Yeah.
Because we just was like, well, let's just move on.
Yeah.
So we moved on to Bedvyne Cocktail.
Which I think is everyone's favorite. Everyone still comes up to us.
because it's definitely still a favorite.
It's still, I know. We decorated the background.
It was
we
so
had
good. So let's lay it out.
Yes.
It almost feels like a brownstone.
Yes.
So it's a first level bar.
Mm-hmm.
They have a backyard. So which was fabulous because Casablanca didn't have one.
Didn't have a backyard yet.
So once we sort of had a backyard, we were like, this is sweet. We could be in the back, and we can make this feel like a barbecue.
Yep.
In the summertime.
We bought the lanterns.
So we bought lanterns.
Grill.
We decorated it. Yep. One of my friends, actually, Tony, bought us that grill. Shout out to Tony.
Tony.
She donated the grill.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we need to have some kind of food here so people don't leave.
Exactly.
So then
and
we
Sophie,
had our girl at the door. Well, our girl now has moved up the ladder. But
she was the one doing the burgers.
she was the original chef on the barbecue grill.
That was some good times. Everyone still asks about, especially
so good.
What's his name? That always asks us about the burgers.
Oh my God. Bam.
Bam. Shout out to Bam.
Bam, we got you. We're gonna have a little throwback party one of these days.
So that was, and it's still everyone's favorite. It was intimate.
Yeah, it was.
It was vibey. It was so chill. It was so wonderful.
It was wonderful.
That's when the cigar guys
really started coming through and hearing about it, because I guess they weren't really up on it the first year because
we
didn't have a backyard. But then again, Bam was at the first one, and then he shared it with his friends.
Yeah.
So then that community started growing, and that was pretty dope.
That was really great.
Yeah.
And then that was 2018. Then 2019, we ended up at Bunton's World Famous. I found it. We were searching, looking for another spot. And I saw it, and I was like, this place is really cute. And it was opened.
New.
It was new.
Brand
Nobody
new.
knew about it.
So one could say.
One can say.
Well, I will say.
Angie will say.
Then we put him on the map.
Don't come for us, Bunton. We just saying. And,
no, it was good. With love.
Respect.
Yeah.
And then we went to Bunton's, and that was wonderful.
It was great.
That was 2019.
Yep, another indoor-outdoor spot.
Yep.
Backyard was super cute.
Everything was great. People love that spot,
and
too.
we had food there, but this time we had two cooks and two girls and a cook.
Yeah, tacos.
Yeah, the tacos. The Caribbean
really
tacos.
Good.
That was excellent.
Jerk tacos. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
So
it did.
Bring Brooklyn Back was on pause for 2 years. Mm-hmm. We did nothing in 2020.
No.
Nothing in 2021. Nope. And then everybody kept saying, when are you guys going to start?
Well, people were asking from 2021. I was like, okay, hold on. Everything's still closed.
We're not going to wear a mask and party. We're not going to put a mask on.
That we're not going to do.
There's nothing sexy and grown about that. We are not doing that. So then one of our girls, Nadia, shout out to Nadia.
Yeah.
She was like, I have a spot that I think you guys will love. And she gave us the number and the email, and I emailed a guy, and he got right back to us. And we negotiated, and 2022, we were at Rebel, and Rebel was a hit.
It was. We threw that party together pretty fast too, because you guys was asking. We found a place, and we probably promoted for like 1 week, and the first one was a complete,
when they tell you,
and utter success.
Everyone loved that spot.
It was fun. It was fun.
It had an indoor and outdoor, but the outdoor was big.
It was huge.
It was a garden.
Yeah, and then just kind of where it's located, it's away from everything.
Yeah.
So you have the space to really engage. I mean, we packed that space out. But.
And that's everybody start dancing on chairs. And, that was
epic.
Such a vibe. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So that was 2022. Mm-hmm. Everyone, I think that's when we really our Instagram blew up, and everyone, we had all these people come in.
Yeah, we did. We had Dion Cole come through.
Dion Cole's come through.
And we had Jada Kiss come through. And just a lot of people. Dampu comes through, which
the
is
guy from the Fresh
dope.
Prince, that is the father. I don't remember his name. He was there. One of my friends, the barber, he bought him.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that just kind of pop in, and we don't sometimes even know that they're there
until we see the pictures. We're like, wait a minute. So Rebel was good times, and we did. 2022 was at Rebel. 2023, they invited us back to Rebel again, and then
we don't normally do it, but
it was such a great space
because it was a space, and it was a space that you couldn't kind of find. It was like that happy space for that quantity of people.
Yes.
But it was big enough, but it was still somewhat intimate.
Yes. And then everything was going great, and then
we're planning for our. Was it our finale?
The second
to last,
August
for the summer.
25th. I would never forget the date.
Yeah.
The week before our party, and the one of the waiters called us, waitresses, and she said, "You guys are promoting a party, but we've been closed for 3 weeks."
We were like, "Closed? What do you mean?" I couldn't even believe it because we had been traveling. Well, the funny thing is, prior to the call, like Leona was away, and then I happened to be away. But before I went away,
you had a feeling.
I had a feeling, and I was just like, I just feel like we need to be looking for something else.
Yeah.
Something wasn't meshing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so shout out to Pleasure, our DJ, who you guys all know and love. Pleasure was like, I think I got a spot for y'all. So he like I said, Leona was away. We went up to this rooftop, and I was like, I don't know, because it's a soccer field, so it's a sports place,
right?
So I was like, I don't know that it gives the feel that we are going for.
And she called me.
She was like, absolutely not. And I was like, wait, because he was already selling me, and I was like,
I saw her face, and I was like, no, we fought. Because then you took me to another spot.
Wait, no, but that's not. It didn't even happen yet. So she was like, absolutely not, and I was just like, So then I went away,
right,
and then I came back, and we found out that they were shut down Rebel,
right,
and then we were like, okay, well, we have to make a decision. So now in 3 days we're there trying to find places. So we went to this other little spot that felt kind of cute. But it was it wasn't big enough. It was cute. It was cute,
but it was like it was cute, but it was like backward, going back to Bedvyne.
A little bigger than Bedvyne.
But the feeling, we had to outgrow that kind of like backyard stuff. Like,
well, we outgrew a lot, but there's not a lot of spaces that can accommodate what we do, which is the problem.
Let me take a look at the rooftop again. Just let me go back to the rooftop because I'm not.
The one she was like, immediately no. That's a hard no for me.
One big fight going on the train. Like listen. Meanwhile, we're arguing as I'm going to the train to meet her to go see the rooftop. And she picked me up, and we're silent in the car. And I'm like,
we were like big mad, big mad, like fuming. Like,
so I got to the rooftop, and I was like, not bad. I can see it.
I was like, wow, okay.
Okay. I said, well, I guess this very.
And don't get me wrong, we still have to add things because it is rough around the edges. It's like they don't maintain the bathrooms.
Right.
So it was like we had to get there and be like, okay, we need an attendant.
Right.
We need certain things. But the space itself outside really is wonderful.
And the scene, you feel like you're outside.
You're outside and you're up above everything and you're away from everything.
And then the beautiful skyline. I mean, that makes up for everything.
It does, and I think it's kind of untouchable.
So I think that's what it makes.
Once you experience it, and Pleasure was there selling it from day one. I was like, I don't know, you want to do all that work? It sounds like a lot.
So then, so that happened. We had to put a video out telling people that we were not going to be at Rebel. Don't go there.
Oh my God, I don't know how many times we said it. We said it like 100 times.
I mean, we've never promoted so much. We promoted that party, and not for nothing, it was the best.
It was the best.
The turnout was
12. It was amazing.
We went from 500 people to 1,200 people.
We did.
Because I was like, there's no way we can fill that rooftop.
Yeah, because it was big.
Because Rebel was like 3 to 5. Like Rebel had gotten like a little too tight.
A little too tight?
Yeah, it was a lot. Everybody started to feel a little crazy. Everybody was like,
I was looking around like, oh my God.
We had one security guard was
close for comfort.
It was.
But it was family.
It was family,
it was good.
Yeah.
And then, but we got to the rooftop and you guys showed up. You showed out. You trekked. You made your way in there, and
it was amazing.
We had an amazing time that first night. It was wonderful.
So then we're all excited. Everybody love it. And now we're doing the finale. It's Angelica's birthday. It's Pleasure's birthday. And we're like, yes. And then the last party, we thinking we're going to do something.
A whole monsoon.
I mean, we never shook our heads so
torrential.
Much. And let me just say this, guys. If you see rain on the forecast,
don't tell us.
Don't tell us.
We know.
We are looking at the weather from.
Can't take
First of all, my boyfriend is telling me about the weather.
Yeah.
People are telling us about the weather.
Leona's telling me about the weather.
I'm Sam Champion. For
I don't even want to look at the weather.
So that the finale in 2023, it rained.
It rained.
It rained from the morning and it did not stop. And we want to thank you because 600 people showed up.
You guys came. Y'all came just for the love of it. Y'all came, a lot of my friends, of course, came to my birthday. But, we can't thank you enough. It was still wonderful. We were leaving to go to Paris the next day for my birthday. It was
our big birthday.
Yeah, and I was like, God, I hope some people show up.
Please. And you guys showed up, and we are forever grateful.
You did.
And then
awesome.
This year,
yeah.
What can we say?
So we closed out that year, and this year we had amazing party after amazing party. And all of them were wonderful.
I think my favorite was the theme party, like the pastel theme party.
Yeah, the pastel was dope.
Awesome.
The first one was one of my favorites.
The first one was good too.
I loved it.
And the good thing about our parties, like every party has a different feel.
It does.
It does.
That's what's dope.
Yeah.
And I feel like it brings different audiences.
Yeah.
We have our set people who come out, try and choose, which we love y'all and we applaud y'all. Mm-hmm. But it brings like a different element. Some people hear about it. So many first timers this year too, and
from everywhere.
From everywhere. So I want to shout out to Bronx. Harlem and the Bronx and y'all. We know you guys don't go. Y'all don't come to Brooklyn for nothing.
Baltimore. We have people from Baltimore, from Philly, from Boston.
Yep. Virginia, DC.
You
guys come out. You guys heard about it and was like, you want to experience it. So, we appreciate and love you guys for spreading the word and sharing your experience with your audience and your friends. Mm-hmm. And, we are definitely excited to welcome you all back next year.
And then the thing about it, and imagine having 1,200 people and you've never had an incident. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Amen. Hello.
Never had an incident at a party.
No, never.
But
that's what we're not supposed to. It's adults.
I know, but
this is the whole premise of a grown and sexy and mature day party. Like we want everybody to come with the same intention that we have it, which is to have a good time, to dance, to feel joy, to connect, and really just to have an amazing experience. That's what it's here for.
So thank you guys. Mm-hmm. And that just sums up, who we are, how Bring Brooklyn Back was birthed, how we started our journey throughout the last 7 years.
Yep.
And this is time to play Playground
Confessions.
We have a new little game that we're going to introduce. It's called Playground Confessions. And I'm going to ask Angelica a question.
Let me hear this question now because...
Okay. It's a love question. Tell me, what's the most romantic thing anyone has ever done for you?
Had several romantic things.
Lies. All lies.
I've had a lot
several.
Of really good, beautiful... I've had a lot of beautiful romantic.
Well, listen, the most romantic.
No, I don't know that I even want to share that.
But that's what it's
special
called.
Thing.
No, it's called Playground Confessions. You have to. We're gonna be asking our guests. You said we're gonna be real, authentic.
We are.
Okay, so sure.
Next time.
Okay, I'll share mine.
Let me hear.
It was my 45th birthday. And Bernard, my boyfriend, he did a scavenger hunt. And, I'm a little moody, so I think he and my sister...
a little?
Wow. Him and my sister did a whole planning and stuff. And he left for the day. And my sister's like, oh, come, let's have breakfast. I'm like, girl, I'm not in the mood to do no breakfast. She was like, please. I'm like, okay. So she comes in, and I'm dressed. I'm not dressed. I'm like, no makeup. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, we're just going up the street. Like, I'm not doing all of that. She was like... we want to do pictures and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, put on a little makeup. We go to Peaches and we're having breakfast. And then she hands me a card and it says, go home, pack your bags and get ready. You're going to, I think it was the, what is that hotel? It's the Standard.
Aww.
And then I was like, oh. So we go home. I pack stuff. Then another card said, bring an outfit because we're going dinner. And I was like, okay. So I packed something for dinner. We got in the car, went to the Standard. Then she gave me another card, and it says, "You have a spa day. You're getting a facial and a massage around the corner." And then so I went to that. And then the next card said, "You're going to," I think it was the Restoration Hardware, and that's like it has just opened. And we went there, and then no, before that, it was another card was like looking at box, and it was a pair of these red shoes that I was looking at for the longest time. Beautiful red shoes he got me, and I wore that. Yeah, and then the next card was like for the restaurant, and it was a whole day of cars and treats, and it was just wonderful. No one ever did a scavenger hunt with that much thought.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, so that was a really
shout out to Bernard.
That was really romantic and adorable.
We love you.
So any guests coming on this show, you better have your confessions. Angelica have to tell us.
I'm a little private, you know.
Yeah, we'll have a private, sneaky. Anything that private is sneaky. Private me sneaky. Anyway, we're gonna end on that note.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us at our first episode 1, season 1.
Yep. Of our fabulous new show.
Is a vibe. It's the playground.
That's right. And always remember, people, that wherever your playground takes you,
play without limits.
That's right.
Until next time, guys, we love you.